Before George Steinbrenner agreed to let For Love of the Game be recorded at Yankee Stadium, some persuasion was required. Kevin Costner, who portrayed Billy Chappell, a 40-year-old Tigers pitcher in the 1999 film, disclosed in an interview with GQ that he had to make a last-ditch phone call to the Yankees owner in order to persuade him not to scrap the film. "We already had a crew out there and nobody knew what to do about it, but George wasn't gonna let it happen," Costner remarked. The movie wasn't gonna happen in Yankee Stadium. It was unfair, and in the end, I had neither a studio executive nor a lawyer. Our film was a complete failure. And someone told Kevin that he needed to talk to. I asked myself, where are all the tough guys? Whoa, what are all of you talking about? I need to speak with George. However, he had stated that it would not occur. We were bound by a contract. I then give George a call. There was a lot riding on it, and I wasn't sure how I was going to go about achieving it because he is a legendary and challenging character. Steinbrenner found it difficult to accept when Costner's character in the film The House That Ruth Built throws a perfect game for Detroit. Costner said that after an awkward back and forth on the phone, Steinbrenner eventually disclosed the holdup. "All right, George, would you mind giving me an explanation of that?" "Why?" "Well, the Yankees lose," he remarks. "The Yankees, really?" Costner answered. "Kev, you can't let that happen. They lose." "It's a perfect game, George," I said. "I offer a flawless game. Not even a hit is given to you. You do indeed lose." "Yes, the Yankees are unbeatable." "Well, we've just lost the stadium because I'm not going to change the plot," was my initial thought. Thus, I paid attention to him. There was a brief period of stillness until I eventually asked, using different language than I would with you, "George, what are you talking about?" As you may imagine, I filled it in. He exclaimed, "What? What are you talking about?" I asked. "The Yankees don't lose," I declared. "They triumph." Costner, who also appeared in the classic baseball films Field of Dreams and Bull Durham, claimed that, forced into a difficult situation, he exercised some artistic license to win Steinbrenner over. "At this point, I'm actually lying because they do lose. I play a perfect game and I kick their ass," Costner declared. "What do you mean they don't lose?" he asks. I said, "You guys win the pennant," while I was tap dancing and thinking, "This game has no purpose. You guys truly prevail. There is no need for this game. You even mention minor leaguers, in fact. God, I'm really a world-class lie here," I think to myself. I replied, "You win." "George, you actually win the World Series in addition to the pennant." "We do?" he asks. "You do in my story," I said. Simply put, we won't see that scene. And he answered, "Okay, but you know what this organization means to me," without explaining what in the world had happened. I replied, "Yes, I do." "George, you've won the World Series." "You do, I swear to God." The real-life Bronx Bombers would win their second of 3 consecutive World Series titles that year, despite the movie's lack of a Yankees World Series victory.